Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 3. Did y'all marry? Did y'all see my husband? So we're just going to get on to it. I know you guys were expecting my 90 Day Fiance the other way review, but due to the lack of entertainment that was on the episode, I decided to pass on it for this week because it really was nothing. It literally was just nothing. Like, Corona and Inky talked, and had a little storm out. They talked, and James and Tata had their nice wedding. It was nice. And Josh and Lily, they only showed three couples anyway. And Josh and Lily are scrambling to cancel the wedding because they don't have any money. So, I mean, that was all really there was for the other way. I will recap it next week because next week we'll have like more entertainment, more of a dialogue to talk about. So I apologize if you guys are expecting my the other way review. I will be back with it next week, but I just wanted to pass on it for this week. So now we're going to be talking Married at First Sight. So now, in this episode, we are wrapping up the weddings, and it's now time for the reception. Now, once again, this video is going to be quick because not too much went on. So I'm going to start with Madison and Alan. So far, I mean, they're having, this is when at the reception where they meet with the opposite, like, okay, the groom will talk to the bridesmaids, and the bride will talk to the groomsmen and everything just to get to know them. With Addison and Alan, Madison and Alan, they had a nice, it was a nice wedding and stuff. Madison said that, they talked about her confidence and stuff and everything. She mentioned in the episode that she has never always been pretty. She felt like she was not always pretty. She's pretty now, and she doesn't have to brag about it. She knows how to be humble about it and everything. And she had mentioned that Alan the whole night has been opening up her chair and everything, waiting for her and all that. And she says she's never had like a guy do that for her for a long time. So then and then Alan, when he was talking to her bridesmaids, like he had asked them, like, walking down the street, am I her type? And one of the bridesmaids told him no, but because she likes kind of like the pretty boy type, but maybe not from a glance, but if you get to know her, then probably, and everything. And like just seeing, they just said like seeing each other and just how they been interacting throughout the evening, like they're really excited for basically this journey and stuff and everything. So I thought that was pretty cute and everything. So I mean, that's what it is. So I mean, that was at Madison and Alan. Next couple I want to talk is Carla and Juan. I have high hopes for them, but not much really went down with them. It's just that, again, they had a nice little reception, like really good, like good looking people and stuff and everything. I'm hoping they do well this season. Yeah, it was just, it was chilled. It was really chilled and stuff, this is this is the episode where they're taking pictures and all. She kept on it was interesting watching them, like they kept on like kissing and making out basically the whole night and everything. Now, if I got married at first sight, it's just me, but I wouldn't be like, I mean, it's just personal preference. Would I be kissing? Yes, but would I be like kissing the entire night at the reception? Probably not, but that's just me, because you got everybody staring at you and stuff and all that. But if the love is there, the love is there. So we're just gonna move on. Now, the next couple I want to talk is EKG and MM. So their reception was pretty good. I mean, they had now EKG likes to sing and does all the musicians. I sing at weddings, so he had wrote a song that he had one of his buddies sing for him and stuff and everything, and it was a cool song, and then was just like, ooh, she was just all like, ooh. Ooh, yes, and all that. Now, when EKG talked to, I think it was NM's cousin or whatever, or he, the cousin, this guy was like really grilling EKG. Like, EKG opened up about his past and about how he was in a 9-year relationship and everything. And he just like checked out towards the end. And by checked out, he said that he was like, he was engaged. He was engaged, but he cheated towards the end and everything. And well, no, he didn't cheat, but he was just like, the relationship didn't work because of him. And and the cousin was just like, well, how do I know like you change and you're different and that you're just not feeding me a bunch of baloney? He was like really going really hard on him and stuff and everything. So I thought it was pretty interesting. But EKG just really really he had good choice of words and stuff. But yeah, but I mean, the cousin or whatever he was just really, really grilling him. But I love their reception the most because they really, I mean, the music was just great, and then that song was actually really nice. So there's just not much I can say about that. The next couple I want to talk is who was the next couple we had? Okay, we'll talk Michelle and David. Michelle and David, basically. Now they showed their wedding, and they had a nice wedding. Like David, like when Michelle came down the aisle, he was all excited. He was like, you know what, this girl is just everything that I asked for, basically, and everything. And then on the outside of parents, David is what Michelle asked for too. So they were the last couple to get married and everything. They got married at first sight and everything. And then after they got married, they had their little conversation. And David actually surprisingly opened up to her and told her that he still lives with his mother. Now, we had saw in the matchmaking episode that David still lives in the basement with his parents and everything, and that he's just saving up, like, to buy. He doesn't feel like he wants to run from everybody. He wants to save up to have everything on his own, and which is smart and stuff. Now, Michelle, I've been hard on Michelle in the last couple of weeks. I'm not a fan of her because she's giving me those little like bougie vibes, basically, and then stuck up vibes, thinking she's better than everyone type and everything. So I know she was a little taken back by it. So she tried to let it go, not let it ruin the night. So they had their reception and everything. Next thing you know, they're enjoying themselves. But then Michelle has like a big breakdown. She goes in the bathroom, starts crying, saying, oh my God, he lives with his parents. He lives with his parents. And I'm just like, come on. I mean, come on. Like, for real. Like, just come on. We just, I don't know. And David did not know what was going on. He was just like, well, where's my wife? They were in the same vicinity, but he was just like, where's my wife? And everything. Couldn't find her. And she was in there crying because he lived with his parents and stuff. Now, I mean, I understand that's probably a little hindrance for some people, but that doesn't make them a bad person. That doesn't make them undateable. Let's just say that. A lot of people like to judge people, and even her bridesmaid. Know his story first before you judge him. And a lot of people like to really, really judge that without knowing the full story. and stuff. And nobody should be punished. And when I say, people were like, oh, I'm not judging him or punishing him. Yes, you are. Because if you don't want to be with him, that's a punishment. You could miss out on a good relationship because you're judging him on that thing. That is a punishment. You know, I tell people that all the time, like, don't judge those kind of things because you don't know the full story. Now, if they ain't trying and they just like lashing out, then that's one thing. But he has a reason. So get to know his reason before you make a judgment and stuff. David even said on the after party, if he would have known that, he would have been like more there and stuff and everything. So, but yeah, I'm just not a fan. This is the couple I'm really not a fan. I feel like this is going to be the couple that, every year we always have a couple that breaks up in the middle, in the beginning of the season. I feel like this is going to be that couple, in my opinion. So that was David and Michelle, and the last couple is Thomas and Camille. Now I like them. And they when they had their reception and everything, Thomas was talking to Camille's bridesmaids, and he had mentioned that he was unfaithful in his last relationship. I think he was the one that said that he was in the 9-year one or whatever. And when they came back and talked to Camille, she was like, well, you guys dug in a little bit deeper. That is, yes, obviously is a deal breaker for me, but I'm curious to know the story. I think they could get past this, but it's just gonna drive like a lot of questions coming up in the future on what's really going to go on. I mean, they got 8 weeks to figure it out. It may be on the mind, but they could probably get through it. So we shall see. But again, that was basically the bulk of the episode. It's just enjoying the wedding receptions and them getting ready to spend their first nights together. So it was just a nice chill. It's hard to, like I said, it's hard to really dig deep into this and during the weddings and the reception. Some people ain't even start their Married at First Sight recaps until after the weddings are over and stuff. But I just want to get a good start on it. But yeah, that's the end of the review. I mean, the weddings are now over. I mean, all 5 of them were really beautiful. I have to admit, all 5 weddings were very beautiful. Now it's time for reality to set in and stuff and see how it all goes downhill. Because looking at the previews for the season, it's going to be rough. If y'all saw the previews, it's going to be a rough one. So I'm here for it. But anyway, so we're not going to be having Married at First Sight next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks due to next week being next Tuesday being the election. So no Married at First Sight recap next week because it won't be on. But I'll be back on Sunday and Monday to recap 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Until then, y'all stay safe and have a good one. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.